Hey guys, Zoltan here, and the next card we gonna test is the S3 Savage 4. So we already tested the Trio 3D 2X, and the next iteration from S3 was the Savage 3D in 1998. But after that card, they released the Savage 4, which was an improvement on that card. And it was competing with the Voodoo 3 card, but it was around just half the performance of that card. And they improved a lot since the Trio 3D card, and now it supports 3 linear filtering since the Savage 3D, and also video related stuff, MPEG 2 and those kind of things I'm not really interested in. And it also supports, since the Savage 4, one pass multi-texturing, not in one clock cycle, but at least it's not degrades that much the texture fill rate. So actually this card looks like a cheaper version of the Savage 4. I guess it's they also had a Savage 4 Pro and other versions. I think it's the normal Savage 4 with a clock of 125, and it's only a 16 megabyte version, but it will be great improvement over 4 megabytes, and it has a very tiny heatsink on it. I've seen versions with a larger one. Also, when I wanted to buy this card, I've seen a picture of the large version with 32 megabytes, large heatsink and everything, and I paid the price for it, and then I've received this card. So I hope at least it will work. I made a lot of cleaning on it with some alcohol, and yeah, I really hope it will work. They released this card with an AGP4 interface, with 3.3 volts. Yeah, in this card also with pen they've written 16 megabytes, so I'm really sure this is not just a switch. They wanted to send me this cheaper version. Also, I have to mention that it has the S3 texture compression, and I'm really interested to see it, because later Microsoft integrated it to the DirectX 6 API, so it's a good feature, and we'll test Unreal and hopefully Unreal Tournament with the larger resolution textures without hindering the performance, hopefully. And I really want to suggest you to watch Phil's Computer Lab video about the Savage 4, a 32 megabyte version, stronger one. It's a really great video, and it's that was the inspiration for me to make this one. So I hope you will enjoy this video. I'm trying to do some improvements over the previous ones, so I hope you will like it, and please enjoy the video. Okay, so these are the driver settings. I'm using 800 by 600 resolution, 32 bits here, and I guess I'm using only 60 Hz because the display could do 75, but I realize 75 in most of these graphics cards is a bit blurry because of those RAM decks are not that great, so yeah. And as I see those files, S38 driver and so on, these are basically DirectX 8 files, I guess, and I have some options for the gamma correction, for the colors, and also CRT or flat panel display options. But even if I have a flat panel, I only have an SVGA connector on the card, so that's what we have now. And in DirectX Diagnostics 2, we can see it has 15 megabytes of memory. I've experienced this with all the S3 cards. So instead of 16, I've got 15 megabytes, and with the 4 megabytes card, I just had a 3.5 So yeah, DirectX 8 installed 8.1. It's required for OT 2004. Yeah, basically everything is working, even if right now it's not indicating that all stuff is going well. So yeah, basically this is what we have with the drivers. So let's take a look at the games. Okay, so finally Lego Racers here, and I've tried a bunch of different things to actually run this game without crashing. I switched to 16-bit colors, turned off fraps, and I was not clicking on anything in the menu, and then I can start at least watching this time demo or something like this. And yeah, well, I have issues with Lego Racers on those S3 cards, as I remember, and I googled around the internet, and many people have the same issues with it, so it's basically unplayable. We've already tested a few cards where this was okay and was not crashing frequently, but basically if I try to skip the intro, press a button, anything, it will crash out, so it's not good. But yeah, it runs, it looks great, and it runs smooth, even if I can't display the FPS. Once fraps ran, it was between 60 and 70 something, so yeah, but Lego Racer is not a really demanding game, and it runs in the S4, so just to try out a video, I will try to exit out and click on something and see if it whoa, well, that's something new. Okay, let's see another map. Maybe I just had to leave it. Okay, that's cool. It wasn't working for now. Okay. Yeah, wrong controls. So yeah, this is a very particular situation when it actually works. But yeah, with fraps, 32 bits, it's not working, and also if you skip the intro or you're not waiting loyal on this demo, it will crash, but it crashed really hard, so you need to restart the PC and everything if it decides not to work. But yeah, pretty much it, and whoa, pressing buttons will make my camera shake. That's okay. So what if I try to build a car or something? Is it still working? Okay, that's cool. And just go out of the game again. And well, it's a crash, but at least, well. So yeah, it's really random when it works and not. So yeah, that was Lego Racers, bunch of mess actually, and this is not the first time I'm recording this part. So I've done many attempts and different resolutions, so recorded it again and different resolutions. So I mean, it's a mess, and I'm keeping this part now. This game is insane, and everything is set to the lowest possible 640 by 480. And Fraps is running, and actually it's a pretty acceptable frame rate, I could say, as you can see. But we have these lag spikes. It's not really noticeable on the frame rate, but it's really is in the actual movement of the car. But I would consider it a kind of smooth experience, really pixelated. Sorry about the camera shaking, it's still not the final solution, but I hope it's better than in my previous videos. Just put my phone in a box and use some sticks to hold it. But I already ordered the camera stand with the phone holder from eBay, so when it arrives, hopefully in a new video, it will be good. So let's try 32-bit colors this time. 90% entry. To see if 32-bit actually makes it run worse. Because generally on these older cards, 32-bit was a big deal, and it really degraded the performance. And I've experienced the same thing in 3D Mark. So basically, it's not looking that much different. Some of those card textures are better, like in the blue and the green card, looks a bit better. And yeah, it's even more laggier. But the frame rate is kind of, I would say the same, but it drops to the 20s, and it was not dropping like this before, but yeah, it's much lower here with the water. I think it's using the alpha blending, and it makes more demanding. So yeah, but in a low resolution, it's not that much of a thing, because yeah, well, we still have some memory bandwidth, and 32-bit really affects the performance in high resolution. I'm not sure I wish to jump through every possible solution here, because that will make the video extremely long. But let us see what 800 by 600 and 16-bit colors would do. And yep, here we are. And yeah, the frame rates are already lower on the 25 FPS mark. So maybe I should set it a little less loud. Well, it's lower and drops below, but still not that horrible actually. We are around the 20s. Still lowest settings, and I wouldn't consider it very playable, but yeah, it definitely looks much better in this resolution. So yeah, 20s. And let's just do one more. I will put timestamps on the video, so you can just jump onto whatever game you are interested in and want to know more. And yeah. So I think this will be quite a long video this way, but well, you just watch the part you are enjoying, so I think it's okay. If not, just tell me and I'll make shorter videos next time. Oh, those wheels are extremely blocky here. And yeah, the frame rate is now in the 20s, and I think if I increase the resolution, it will go extremely low, and I won't do that. And yeah, 20s and 28 was there, and it's absolutely not controllable. And what comes in mind that some people are arguing on the internet about should you play with 60 frames per second or 120, can you see the difference? What I can tell about this, it's not just about seeing the difference. Yeah, basically I can see and people can see, but even if you can't see the difference, you can feel it when you try to move, because it's also about the input lag. And even your frame rate looks okay and the movement is smooth, or kinda looks like it, when you actually try to control it in an FPS game or anything, it's just delayed or something like it. You can actually feel that it's slower. So yeah, if you can go higher from like this 20s to 40 or 60, it really makes a difference. Also 120 really does. So even if you have a lower refresh rate monitor, it can help, or at least for consistency. And I've seen those 240 Hz displays. Whoa, those are extreme. Yeah, I've never seen if it helps or not, but yeah, maybe it's just too much, not sure. I think it's all about money, what you can afford and what you need. So you have to find the perfect balance. Oh, those cottages just popped out. Okay, I'm talking too much. So this was insane, and let's check another game now. So Colin McRae rally here, and it was great with the words as well. So this time I set everything to the maximum possible, but only 640 by 480, and as you can see 25 is well, it's not that bad. It feels smoother than Insane was. So it's a stable 25. It looks really nice that it stays fixed at this frame rate, and it feels pretty smooth as well, which is not a good driving in this game. Actually, on my main rig I'm playing Dirt 4 now with the wheel and pedals, and it's really enjoyable, and yeah, as bad as with this one as well with those, but yeah, at least it's fun. Well, that's great. Let's try actually so no settings here, so quit and go for 800 by 600 if I can. So the autofocus does some nice changes here, but I think it was in the advanced. And 800 by 600 motion smoothness gives a lot to it, and it's really CPU intensive. So if you've seen the MMX video, it was really killed the performance. So let's just see another car maybe. No, I was reminding. Okay, no issues with that. Oh, that was quick. Continue. And here we are. Wow. Okay. Maybe it has a limit on the frame rate because we've increased the resolution and we're still at 25. So maybe it's a good idea to mess with the settings a little bit and see what those things actually do. So yeah, we are at the same frame rate. Yeah, the resolution changed because the menus are smaller. So run a quick jump and see graphics, advanced. Yeah. Looks like the Verge has no other options. So it's not the Verge, sorry, it's the Savage4. But I have an S3 Verge option here, and I was already thinking about if you select this card, you just cannot set anything else in the 3D only by 240. With ATI, you have another resolution, retention, also default 800 by 600. In this 3D card, it will do software. With the matrix, it should go higher, but no. NVIDIA Riva is definitely could do 24 by 768, but the options here, and also set my stuff lower. And also an interesting thing here, detail. So I cannot push photo. I remember if it's in the card I had options above this. So yeah, so that was Colin McRae Rally. It is playable. I think it's maxed out on this card. So let's go to another game. And this game is Screamer 2, which actually running on software mode. The guy with the awesome 3DFX videos just suggested to try this. Well, not in this card, but in a Verge. Actually, his name is 3DFX Slinger or Slinger, I guess. And yeah, he mentioned that it will not work on a Savage4 card, but I just tried the game and looked around at Screamer 1. It actually has no 3D acceleration as far as I know. So this is the Screamer 2, and it has just for a few video cards. I think it would run great with the Voodoo and also the SD watch cards, but with Savage4 I had no luck to make it work anyhow, so it just in some default resolution it looks like 320 by 240 or something. It's really pixelated, but well, driving this car feels like good actually, because it feels fast and responsive. It's not like the Colin McRae cards or anything, and I have no idea why it's exited. I think it's a time limit on the actual match, and I have locked matches, and also I think it's just the demo version. But yeah, with the upcoming videos, I think with the VT3 I will definitely test this game and how it will handle the 3D acceleration part. So, well, yeah, let's just move to another game. I guess we are done with the racing games. Well, nice castle there, nice castle. So, yeah, well, let's go and have a Plinka to make the voice better. Yeah, it's much smoother now. So let's go to the next one. So this is Turok, Dinosaur, Hunter, and everything set to the highest, and also the available resolution was 800 by 600 as the highest, and the frame rate is 38 and looks stable. So, well, actually this is the first S3 card where I can say it's okay and really playable. Yeah. Let's just move a little, shoot some dinosaurs and bad guys, and well, the sky still looks strange. It's clipping too early, but there are no graphical glitches that we have experienced with the watch cards before. Yeah, it's not blending actually, it's just a mask. So, but still, whoa. I know they are respawning, but I've never seen them respawn. Not sure there's plannings on me. Well, it's really strange that we are in these dinosaur age and still people are shooting in modern stuff here, but well, I wasn't planning to climb up here, but still fun. Looked like I had a shotgun or something, and no, so okay, if I move with the mouse too much, I made the camera shake again, so sorry about that. It will be better. I was looking on eBay for capture cards, and they are kind of mess for me. Whoa! I have a bow now. I was never able to switch weapons, but played through this level many times already, so wow, it's great. Now there's the shotgun. I don't like this blue flashing thing, but it's not a bug, it's the game. Let's see how to shoot the bow. Okay, I can hold it down and release it, but he's holding it really downwards. Looks like it's fine. The pistol was better. Much better. Okay, I don't like it. I don't know how I'll switch the weapons. Oh, I have a map. Yeah, try tab. What's that? Okay, well, it was better when I was not knowing types of weapons. But yeah, it's table 38. I'm not sure it's the game's limit or the cards limit. Can't even shake the camera to quickly change. Just wanted to hide this. Yeah, so this is Turok, pretty much playable. That's cool. Well, the Savage4 was around TNT, the first TNT card, I guess, maybe around TNT 2, so it's slower than those. Well, it's much better with two hands actually, not to hold the camera, but I'm still stuck in this game, but yeah. Okay, well, let's go to another one. And here we have Sin 800 by 600 and everything at the highest possible setting. Yeah, basically it's really nicely playable. 60 frames, that's cool.
Just stand there. Go kill him. JC, can you open that thing? I'm working on it, Blade. Open it, Blade. What? Oh, damn, they just locked me out of the system. And someone sure doesn't want me sniffing around in here.
Yeah, perfectly playable. So, that's cool. So this is a Quake II and 800 by 600 and also set the texture resolution to the highest, I guess, and yeah, that's basically the maximum setting I was able to set, and it's pretty smooth. I also tried Quake I with different OpenGL 32 DLLs and stuff for S3 cards, and I wasn't successful with that, so I was able only to run the software mode in GL Quake. So yeah, that's sad. I think somehow it would be manageable to actually play this game with acceleration, but yeah, I only had luck with the voodoo cards so far with GL Quake, so it's thing. And yeah, I'm not running the time demo now because yeah, I'm in fraps. You can see everything, I guess. So it's cool, and not sure I wish to go for a higher resolution. Instead, if I can click out from this thing. Oh shit, what I've done. No worries, this is the second test level. It's great, but well, I'm just trying to learn the commands. I'm sure this is how you do it. Demo map, this will be animation, I guess, or something. And there was the mode to DM2. Well, let's hope it works. And yeah, so actually for the S3 card, you can download a texture pack and some test levels for Quake II, and it's using the S3 texture compression. I think for this game I had to set regedit stuff, so registry key to actually use the S3 textures. And as you can see, it has these nice detailed textures on the walls, those blocks and all this graffiti. Looks really cool. And also this is an S3 chip on a PCB on the wall, so it's great. I've seen a moon somewhere with this S3 logo here. So one more thing I wish to try is the map. I think there was S3 CD2, just like that. Oh, I need a quick CD, so just a little flipping here. Okay, so with the CD in its place, we are back here with the S3 textures. I'm sure there is a level where you're not having these enemies. Okay, so the frame rate is lower this time because I actually switched to 1024x768, and it's still pretty much okay. We are around the 30s and 40s. I don't wish to go there. I'm not sure I can shoot this guy. Just want to see the textures. Oh, that's good. Okay, so as you can see, these are pretty sharp textures art by Dan Ross. This is this geek code in the S3 chip here. And also those textures are pretty nice. They're not using detailed textures like they used to do with Unreal. So yeah, we'll go back to it soon. Well, yeah, so this was a nice feature of the S3 cards. They have this, whoa, there's a Savage 3D logo on the sky, that's cool, and there is a text here. And it's readable, so it's a big thing for the page. Coming home after a long time, investigating the family line, see my past come to life. Stories told about our history in insurmountable by the secret space, but time long ago when an old one played gods of the ocean, sons of men, and mixed together to form up alternate plan. Well, it seems like a verse. I just realized there are map levels and the stacks looking differently. You move closer and further away. So this is only a 16MB card, but yeah, I should work with the 8MB version as well. It's a pretty small level, and I'm not sure there are other levels that are working. I have tried a S3 CD2, but I don't think it's actually a Verge compatible map, or it was really for this card. I just realized when I started this level, well, it's different than I tried last time. Okay, so maybe I just misplaced and left the S3 part out. Yeah, as you can see, we can drop to the 25s, and the actual polygonal resolution is pretty small, and it looks like a Polski car. The S3 power, well, not much of a polygon throughput, I guess. but the textures are okay. And this level is pretty dark. We have some flickering lights, so yeah, I'm sure there's way around this level, but it doesn't look too much for me. So let's try one other thing if it exists. Okay, and this is the CT6. Yeah, it's pretty bluish, I would say. And here's the car again, and we have those. I think they're using light maps as well here, better resolution ones. Floor is kind of sharp. But yeah, it's not a Quake III level or something. Yeah, so this is what I can show about the Quake II S3 stuff. I'm absolutely sure online are a lot of nice levels using the S3, but I wasn't able to find many of those. For Unreal, well, there are a bunch of, but yeah, so it's a nice add-on for this S3 card. So let's see Quake III. So let's play around with Quake III. Actually, for starting, I set everything to the maximum. Light maps, 32-bit colors, and 800 by 600. This should be fine. And the frame rate's showing it's kind of fine, but when I go back and have this flaming effect, it grows back to 16, and I think it's not really good. So let's try only the linear filtering. So this card has the trilinear implemented, but not in a good way, but it's not solving the issue, and it's not a big effect. So keep it in bilinear and move to 16-bit colors. It should increase the performance if we have issues with about the memory bandwidth, and as you can see, it's more than doubled. So 16 is actually doing something. But on the Fire, you can see, like, how could I say, different layers of colors are separated. Also in this Quake logo here, you can see like some kind of a checkerboarding like thing. So in Quake 3, 16-bit colors is actually a step back, so there is a difference. So let's try a different map this time, and we're still with the light maps and everything, so it's good. 800 by 600 and around 30s, that would be actually a good Quake 3 experience. This autofocus is kind of making things blurry sometimes. But yeah, here we are, and we have 40s, that's cool. Not that cool when it drops to the 20s. I almost wanted to show you I'm not that bad of a Quake 3 player, but well, this lag is still bad. Yeah, every time you're stuck in a game, just say it's lag and you're good to go. I mean, yeah, it really not too good. Yeah, it's not a bad average on the frame rate, but these drops are just not really fun. If I set the lights to vertex, it would increase the performance drastically, but also to make it look much worse. So let's try to think that the memory is the limit, or is the memory bandwidth, and go for 640 by 480. Quake is good because it's switching quickly. Another shot. It's pretty cool. Wow, the resolution really equals the frame rate. and it feels much smoother to actually look around and stuff. So, and it helps you to aim to have a nice frame rate. Well, actually, I'm trying to shoot someone. No one's saying it's perfect, but yeah, at least sometimes I can shoot them. So they are not the hardest difficulty of boss, but and even this old space bar is not so fun for jumping, and I would need a lot of jumping backwards and stuff, but it's just sometimes this key is responsive, sometimes it does not, so yeah, so it's not that bad. I'm having 60s now, so well, with this resolution, this Savage 4 is actually a good card. I think Quake III is using, well, yeah, it has the S3 texture compression thing running in the background, and it's not increasing the texture resolution. It, well, still it looks a bit sharper, but 16-bit definitely is there, so I mean, it increases the performance for 1/2 thing. But yeah, it's playable. So let me see if I still have the Team Arena. And you've tested one of my previous videos at 8 much level. Well, the performance went down to the teams. So let's see how it fares. This was the map. I think even with the lowest setting it was horrible. So yes, you can see the pending for his pretty fast in loading games and stuff. Yeah, I tell me it's a new thing, but it's acceptable. Still feeling the difference from the analog CPU, and well, it's not dropping that much, but I can feel some kind of a lag here. And definitely you can see the 16-bit on the textures. This kind of things. And actually the Team Arena bolts are a bit better. I guess they are moving in different patterns. I wish we would have this kind of bolts in modern Call of Duties and other games, because these are actually doing stuff. They're jumping, really moving around, and even if these are just the low difficulty bots. And in Call of Duty, you just go through and shoot everything, and that's it. But yeah, multiplayer is different, but against bots. So yeah, it's not bad. But 600 was too much. Still good. So let me think what's next. Yep, the next one will be the Unreal games. Okay, so let's jump to them. So, a little adjustment here. Okay, should be fine. So this is the Unreal Gold, and everything set to the highest possible, and 800 by 600. And let's see how this most demanding part runs. Not sure. We are focusing on the frame rate. Whoa, might not be a good idea. So I'm trying to do focus with the phone, and I don't think it's really going well, but maybe it's seeable, not sure. So we are around the 23 frames average, lowest is 19, highest is 28, and it feels, yeah, laggy. You can also see the detailed textures here, which is good. So yeah, 22, it's not really great. So let's see if it's about the memory bandwidth. So I try to switch to 16 bits. We have seen some flickerings, old font textures popping in, and oh crazy. I think there are random textures from Mario coming here. And the frame has kind of died because of it. Okay, so let's do pause here and restart the game and see how it performs then. Okay, maybe setting the color depth with the resolution was a better idea than setting it with the actual color depth. Here I'm using the metal driver provided with the S3 texture pack, and the decals are turning off all the time for some reason. So let's just do the time demo again. And we are with some settings, 800, 600 and 16-bit colors. And it looks smoother. Oh, the Nali guy is talking to us. And yeah, it's actually smoother. Our average is around 28 now, and the highest is 41, while the lowest is 18. And it looks like, yeah, I can see it in the video as well. It's good. 30. So that's cool. Yeah, 32-bit of color depth that's a bit too much, I guess, for this card. Okay, let's do bot match, as I used to do. Yeah. I just have 2 bolts, it's fine. Average skill is okay. And see how it does. So you're seeing I should say time the 1 again to refresh the frames, and I'm already dead. But yeah, it happens. So I have the S3 package installed, and I'm still falling. Yeah, I always want to go through this. Oh, I don't know. I don't like the look of it. I think these are the detailed textures, actually. Maybe other textures as well replaced. Or I'm just not used to the high setting. Well, I don't like this kind of repeating textures all around the place. Yeah, so 40 average, and it's kind of smooth. I am not good at with aiming, and well, these bolts are even better than the Quake II ones. They just kill me easily. Yeah, I can shoot, but I can aim. Well, and I have seen just a little bit of flicker here. Yeah, decals are off, and there are no detail textures. Here it is. The decals are automatically turning off. Well, the frame rate is increased a bit, and yeah, the detailed textures are a good thing, and I've seen it looking fine with the Unreal Tournament and OpenGL, but here it's just, I don't know, strange. But yeah, it's pretty smooth. Not setting any higher resolution because it will be the same as setting 32-bit of colors in regards to performance, and it wasn't good. So yeah, some flickers here, but it's smooth. I'm not sure if I'm set to the 3D or OpenGL. We're having better or worse performance, but we do that later. So nope. I want to see the S3 levels, or at least show some of them to you. So let's go to the gallery and set the bolts to 0. I also have to recommend Phil's computer lab for this, because he just made a really good video about showing these levels. And yeah, here's what I wanted to show, and if any of you know how to solve this, I would be really happy, because when you see it, I have 1 or 2 frames per second and textures are jumping all over the place. I'm not sure it's the fault of the card, drivers, settings or anything, but it's horrible. Just to say, it's really bad. I've tested this already and had the same experience over and over again, and well, the final resolution or solution for the problem is setting the worst textures to medium, and everything's just good again. But I guess it's not the highest resolution of the textures now, so maybe 16 megabytes is not enough, but I've seen videos with 8 max and it was much better, so really no idea. But for medium textures, we are at 84 frames per second as an average, so really good. And if you go closer, these images are really sharp. All of them are nice, so I think this S3 pack actually works, so no issue with that, but the memory is just not enough for the card. So just guys, yeah, it's like browsing images. Well, it's pretty really good, really nice. Yeah, so it looks much better than it was in Quake II. So move forward, just want to go through all of this if I can, so you can jump through it if you don't wish to see it. Okay, it's just another filter, the same texture, totally the same, just different arrangement. I don't remember this one, but this one. So yeah, it's just a different room with same images. The S3 movie, I think it will switching textures. Whoa, that's really nice. Still, we're having an average around 66. Yeah, it's an animation. Gorgeous. Whoa. These textures as well, and this flickering light. Well, it's looking awesome. Even this hologram of a child, or well, I guess it's an alien child. I'm not sure. And here we have S3 Gallery Bot by Michael Scott Cohen, just like this. Whoa, I'm not sure. I think it's for 60 frames, because with 70 it's definitely a way too fast, but it looks nice. Oh, strange perspective. But yeah, I enjoy this level, and I bet if I just have to try, and show you as well. If I set it too high, it will die again. Oh, yeah, it does, but I can see it's sharper. Yeah, definitely sharper. I'm not sure about this one, but this is in the middle. It's sharper. Also, this one is not kind of blurry. And as you can see, if I just stand, the frame rate becomes cool. It's fine. But moving, yeah, I think it's the memory, because as I turn and the frame rate drops, I can hear the hard drive working. So yeah, the system memory is 512 megabytes, so it's definitely not that. So let me just set it back, because I don't want to lag around. And go for the next one. Savage Street 1, so this will be kind of like the Quake II was. We have music. Okay, we have the sky here, and I don't know. This is still a little bit laggy. Yeah, we have these lights to make it look cool, and this is the Savage 3D moon. Like this, it's strange, but still. Over there's an escalator here, and a lag, a lot of lag here, so not sure it's the car at all. These are like old magazine women, so well. Fox Mission Man, whatever. And some nice graffiti here as well, and it's pretty sharp, but I have this kind of lags. It looks like it's using the card, not using the actual compression or something. I'm just trying to figure it out, but it's definitely different than it was with Phil's, but he had a 32MB card. But I think LGR had an 8MB version, and it still was much better than this. Yeah, maybe I do something wrong, or should install something, or maybe this DirectX 8.1 stuff is not good. One bots, I know bots. Maybe it has some player start and stuff, so you can play in this map or something. Basically the same. Okay, I'm getting tired actually in general. Well, sorry, just I was thinking I should have other S3 maps, like the S3 Egypt kind of thing. Okay, there are other S3 maps, but they're just not called S3. So this texture is actually in the Unreal, without the S3 logo, and it was pretty high resolution before as well. It's kind of look like Cirrus but yeah, it has a better texture resolution. And water, let me see the water surface. Well, it's not that high resolution. Cool. And we're back to not bad, it's a different room, but similar world. Huh. And I'm sure now we're back, and this is a sarcophagus or something. But the textures are cool. Sorry, I'm starting to be a bit quiet, I guess. Zero was an actual Unreal map. I think it was. Yeah, they are, I guess. So, DM Streets, 2 bots. Could be an Austrian map as well. Oh, player spawn, Octor, something, crash. So, okay. Next thing I will try out is the Direct 3D and the OpenGL render to see how it differs, if it does. Wow, it's a really long part. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is the Direct 3D version, and it looks like it's running kind of the same as it was with the Metal API. Maybe a little slower, not sure, because the frames are around, the average is 30, so it will be good, but it looks a bit more, well, it's quite ugly, and we have those issues with flickering and stuff, and if I see the menu, well, the menu is horrible, so somehow the Direct 3D is a mess, and I have experienced this with other cards as well, so no Direct 3D actually, the Metal API was perfect actually. So yeah, I will try OpenGL as well and see how it fares. I think it was pretty good in OpenGL, but yeah, we'll see. Okay, there is no OpenGL option. It will be in Unreal Tournament, but not here. I had the 3dFX Glide support option actually offered, but I'm not sure this can hide options as Unreal Tournament can. But actually, even if it's selecting the 3dFX stuff, it's software, definitely. So yeah, we are around the 70-16, so yeah, that's it. So this was Unreal, pretty long part, but for the S3 Savage4, sometimes I say words, sorry about that, I've just tested so many word cards before, so that's it. So the Savage4 and the Savage 3D and the Savage4 is actually about this texture compression thing, and yeah, I just wanted to show it to you. So let's go to Unreal Tournament now. Okay, so here we have Unreal Tournament, and we are using the Metal API. I didn't have to install anything for this. It's right just built in S3 Metal for Windows, 800 by 632-bit, high textures, and everything is just turned on, and it's cool. And we are at our usual map. So the frame rate is just in the right side, and we have an average of 36. It's increasing to 37. I enabled 2 bots on the level, and yep, they're just following them. And actually somehow Unreal Tournament is more responsive and everything, and I'm not turning auto aiming or other stuff it offers. It's just somehow more playable for me. And we are at 38, so even with the 32-bit colors, it's much smoother. So they improved a lot on the Metal API, I guess, or the game in general, because it looks better and it runs better. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Still we are 38, and I'm dying on this not water thing. So yeah, it's good. Textures are high. Well, pretty much. It's cool. Okay, so let's consider it's fine. So when I wanted to see, I installed the Unreal Gold kind of S3 texture pack to Unreal Tournament, and I was hoping that I will be able to use it here, because basically these games are similar, or just an iteration of Unreal Gold, what Unreal Tournament is. So maybe I was wrong, and as I can see, these S3 pack as not working properly. So well, yeah, so it's not. I will try once more, lowering the texture settings and mess around a bit, and maybe it will do something, because yeah, and we'll see. Okay, so this is just a different setting I am using right now. So I set the same as we used in Unreal Gold, so 16-bit colors, 800 by 600. Yeah, basically that's what changed here, I guess. Yeah, and also I set the word detail texture thing to medium instead of high. And as you can see, instead of our 30, 40s, we are in the 50 and 60s also, but yeah, basically around the 50s. So average is 52, pretty stable, and the gameplay is much better. It feels smoother, definitely. I thought with the 30s in Unreal Tournament was great, but feeling the 50 frames is it's still different, so I keep that setting, and yeah, it's definitely much better because now I can aim. Wow, that's a good feeling. The first game I actually really feel like I can aim around, even having those 4 shots of panic now. Because it was a really tiresome day, and I decided I have to make this video in this week because, well, I'm missing out, so I always plan to do 1 video a week, and I've done a bunch of videos at the beginning of the month, and I had a lot of stuff to do, and yeah, I just ran out of videos and nothing to publish. This is Monday actually, but I will release this video. It could be Friday or something, or another week in work case, because I still need another day to do other parts and day for editing and upload and stuff, so yeah. It's an exciting thing to do this YouTube stuff. Just really a beginner in it, because I'm just trying to learn from other videos and from the comments and stuff, so yeah, it was a bad moment. So I just started playing the game. Okay, what I wanted to test is with this change settings, if it's possible to open up a level from the S3 maps and see how it goes. So this time let's try this DM Egypt thing. Whoa. What happening is that I just selected the level and the game is already frozen totally, and it was the before as well that loaded up. So yeah, and after I had to press the reset button and check for corrupted files, and there were a few, so well, it's pretty bad. Maybe it will kill the OS, and this video will very long. Well, takes a lot of time to do. So pause it here as well, and I will try a few things and then we'll go forward. Okay, so we are back with Unreal Tournament. I was finally able to install Unreal Tournament's second CD with the S3 textures and also this freezing player kind of thing fix with an alpha texture. Something was in a wrong bit depth and stuff like that, but it had a fix on the internet, so that's great. And I was checking out the deck 16 level, and instead of medium I opted for the high detail, and from the 51 FPS it's dropped down to 49. But as you can see in this level we're getting 58 frames with the high texture resolution, and well, that's cool because it's pretty fast with these textures and everything. So maybe the issue was with just the Unreal Gold, because there are no lags at all, so that's great. This texture looks sharper. Basically it's a pretty dark map, but yeah, it's like they did a filter on the top of the blurry texture and they made the texture like that, so it's not that impressive. And the bad thing is these wood textures are at the original resolution, so the contrast is a bit high between the high resolution and low resolution textures. Also this floor, look at this, it's extremely detailed. I'm not sure it's not a bit dark here, but well, you can see the cracks and stuff on this pavement. It's really great. And oh, it's still good. It looked like in texture issue, but it's not, it's just fine. Okay, so but then you have CD play contrast. Somehow I used to be able to open this part, I guess. I remember there was a hat of one of the developers, so never mind. And there is a envy somewhere, invisible stuff. Cool. So yeah. So these textures are actually working. This one is not as well. So, but online you can find really high resolution textures, and there is a community who just did all the textures on the game except those which are embedded, like the weapons and stuff, so they are low resolution. I'm not sure I would ever use this pack actually, because, well, I don't like these. Part of the thing looks like that detail, the other part is different. That's cool, this looks different, so maybe it has some high resolution textures. Yeah, it does. So this, I think it looks better. This one is the same. This one as well. So I think they just replaced some of the simpler textures. Yeah, this one is definitely a sharper one. And as you can see, the frame rate is pretty good in the 50s in this resolution. Even if you are 16-bit colors, I will try 32-bit soon. Deck 16, there is no change at all. Yeah, let's see the gallium map. Yeah, the textures are all the same. This as well. Kinda sad. Not much different. This game looks fine, and basically it's pretty nice. So what else we should check out? Well, yeah, it looks different. I guess this floor is sharper, and enter the tournament. Not sure. I think it was originally with resolution, so yeah, I found a few textures in a few levels that were sharper, but well, the packages, the whole CD, it was harsh, and converted, it's just a few levels. I think it's using the same texture. No, it's the original resolution one here. Well, this wood floor is sharper. That's cool. Also, this one may be better. It's pretty dark globally. Oh yeah, there is the filter again. It's kind of, they bake the detailed textures into these textures, but this marble kind of texture, well, it's pretty detailed. You can see all the cracks and really reworked this texture. And these are not too bad, so those high resolutions are not standing out, so not that bad. And here as well, this is kind of remain the same. So, well, we have 40s, that's good. So yeah, it's a lot of textures in this game. So, well, that's what we have with the PS4. What I wish to do is just find another detailed map. Let's try this one. And then I set the colors to 32 bits. Cool. Okay, that's a really sharp texture. That's cool. Also, this floor is really good. So now, what's in this level right now? 56 frames is good. Unfortunately, these walls are the original resolution, but the floor is really sharp now. So, yeah, some textures. Let's move here and try the 32 bits. How much it affects the performance, and also how much we gain in fidelity. Okay, now loads a lot of stuff. Oh, okay, I think this metal implementation is way better. Actually working, because we have 32-bit colors and it's not worse at all, and that looks cool. Okay, this detailed wall is so smooth. As you can see, the performance is not dropped. Just a few frames. Oh, look at that texture. Do we have some lights? Kind of. It's extremely sharp, so maybe my metal DLF or Unreal Gold is not the latest, or it has some issues. Maybe I will do something. I will put the Unreal Tournament metal DLL to Unreal Gold and check it again. I tried for the Unreal Gold levels to move the metal DLL to Unreal Tournament, and no, it's not working. It's crashing and back to software render, so no luck with that. But well, we have the high resolution textures with no performance penalty, so yeah, the card is working. Cool, really cool. So let's make Unreal crash by once more trying to see the gallery. Maybe these texture replacements help? I'm not sure. Probably not. Maybe I should move all the textures from my Gold Tournament, and maybe I shouldn't be missing textures. If textures would miss, they just simply say textures are missing. Yeah, these are kind of Unreal specific stuff. So yeah, that's that again. So what else is test? We tested Unreal Tournament, Savage4 textures, everything is good. Yeah, 30 debates. Yeah, just enjoyable. So that's great. Okay, so this is Unreal Gold and Unreal Tournament. Let's just move to UT 2003 and 4 and see how those games are running. Okay guys, before OT 2003 you just have to see that this is the OpenGL render in Unreal Tournament. It starts and we have only light map, so this is looking really good in Savage4, and maybe this is because of the S3 texture pack, I'm not sure, but still it looks really great. Yeah, and I also tested the direct 3D renderer, which is basically around the same performances. It is with the metal API a bit lower, and it will disable the S3 form of texture. So actually we're having the S3 metal API texture thing running, and I also tried to switch around the metal and metal driver DLL, and yeah, no luck with that. So we can use the S3 stuff in Unreal Gold with those levels, and they are working, but we have those lag kind of things, so this is not good. And for Unreal Tournament we can use the texture pack, which is actually working really great with the metal driver, and it just runs fine. So yeah, this was Unreal Tournament. And here we have Unreal Tournament 2003 using the Direct 3D engine. I guess this is the default and only available. Maybe with editing the ini files you can set something else too, but well, just keep this one. We are at 640 by 480, 16-bit colors, and in the detail panel everything is set to the lowest possible. And audio settings, well, we just enabled general stuff. We are using the Sun Blaster Live 5.1 card. It should be fine with the hardware audio, and I don't like this thing that they allowed you to just fly outside of the map before you start the match, because now you can see how they built it, and it's really ugly from this distance. So I would just limit it with the invisible wall or something, but they did not, because you have the redimmer in this map, and you can just fly with it, so it would be an issue if you just explode on the invisible wall. So whatever, and they optimized the map some way, only containing the necessary stuff, so it's not that interesting. Let's jump to the game, and yeah, we have 8 frames this time, so, and 2 bots as we had with Unreal Tournament. So let's see how it performs in action. Okay, some frame drops here, but we are around 10 and 15. The average is 12, 13. It's pretty smooth actually. It's a new game. The manual says it requires 733 MHz Pentium 3 processor. We are running on a 600 MHz, so even the CPU is kind of a bottleneck here. It's not bottleneck for this card, but in general, so it's below the recommendation, and it requires a 16 MB TNT2 class card with the DirectX 6 and 8.1 as a software installed, so we have that. But basically, I think this card supports DirectX 6 basically, but yeah, it runs. And it's playable. I wouldn't say it's great, as we don't have 30 either, but yeah, between 10 and 20, closer to 10, it's just, well, pretty smooth. And there are no big issues. Textures are okay. Well, we can go above 30. Sky is even better. Whoa, that's good. So let's take a look around. Oh, it's pretty bad. And the water's missing. Actually, it's using a cube map, so it would be problematic even on a TNT2. Because GeForce was the first card supporting the cube map reflections. Oh, that's pretty bad. But this is the best experience so far, I guess. You remember the Banshee. I performed. I think it was good. If it started at all, not sure. Well, so this is our UT 2003 experience. Right, some of this black flashing for a moment. But yeah, I'll put one of these scribble like this. Swap it next to that. It's just in general. But yeah, I can move everything, so it's not that bad. I just like this game with this level, and there should be the redeemer if I could double jump onto my bed. Yeah, we've just seen the explosion. Here we are. Let's just try a little. It's very hard to actually make a turn. Still, that was great. Okay, that is for the UT2000. And this is UT2004 with the CTF face level, and as you can see, our frame rate is pretty nice compared to the previous one, but you can see some flickering, if you can, on this building, and also the other one. Yeah, it's pretty viewable. I think it could be some kind of a Z fighting, because this card supports lower precision of Z buffer, I guess, and if you're getting closer it becomes better, and of course very low resolution on the textures. So yeah, let's start a match and see how it goes. Well, we are in the 30s, 28, 32 is average. It's pretty good, but we're not seeing anything. Yeah, now if I actually see stuff, it becomes a bit worse, but still, it's not that bad. absolutely the same settings as before. Just a little lag here. It's hard to move the mouse. That's fine. Put back. Here's another one. Yeah, it's easier because just drag through and moving. It's the level of headshots and not even on my position, so that's good. No headshots from close. Yeah, I'll show this one. Okay, let's go up here and I think, that's good. 1 minute in the game and already camping. I just want to fall down. That's cool. It's not bad. Okay, let's see a more demanding level. Because I'm not getting any more headshots here. Let's see an onslaught match with cars, vehicles and stuff, and I think it would be more demanding. Okay, so this is the ONS Torland, and as you can see it's a very large level, and it's also using clipping. You can see if I move closer, it's loading, so well, it's a good optimization actually, and we have those Z fightings here as well with the shadows and stuff, but it runs, and yeah, the frame rate is pretty bad. We have some glitch here, if I look that way. Yeah, that's strange. So, it's pretty high level. So, let's get some weapons. There were no weapons actually on it. Usually, it's pretty fine. And now, as I'm flying it, it's becoming worse. I have a missile locked on me. Is it the whole map? Well, it's not that big. I mean, yeah, for 2004 it's probably is. I just want to land, I don't know how to land. Yeah, I know, but it's not reacting. 5 frames. Yeah, so telling if it's playable or not, it's pretty hard because for a deep notch or capture the flag level, it's definitely playable, but playing this level is horrible. So we have half gigs of RAM, so it's should be more than enough because we are using Windows 98, and this requires like 256, but still 128 megabytes is fine for the game. So it's the VRAM, the graphics card performance, and also the CPU. Is it water? I think it could be water because this is the Hoover Dam or just whatever. No fighting here because I just have 2 bots. Can't find them.
Under construction.
Like it's yeah, I could go to this position and see the enemy, but well, it's pretty hard to go around and fire ordinary 8 frames.
Is vulnerable.
And they are already shooting at me. You just get out and it's real bad. Oh, there's someone on the sky.
Is under attack.
It's fine. Just make sure I'm not repairing it. And I can go here and
Red power node under construction.
constructing. It helps to construct it faster. But yeah, it's fine. I'm laggy. So there is one more thing I wish to try with this game, and to see another map I think with the CTF level, and let's see with higher texture resolution. So because, well, it has the texture compression, and maybe this newer version of DirectX actually supports it, so well, that's a good level. So I want to see if it helps with high resolution. Let's just see. Okay, I'm not cutting here. I hope it will be just pretty fast loading this level. Yeah, it was. So no boss this time. We just need to check the textures and stuff. So let's just find a nice location here, and we got an average of 12, but it will go around the 14. So yeah, that's fine. So go to the setting, and there is a texture detail, and let's, yeah, normal is the best we can set because this is the demo version and they wanted to make it smaller, so textures are taking up a lot of space here. Okay, so what you can see here is we haven't lost any frames at all, so I'm pretty sure that this texture compression stuff helps out the card. And you can see the frame rate is pretty good and the textures are sharp, so because they moved to the DirectX 6 specification, they are supporting the S3C texture compression, and I'm pretty sure it's using it because not much VRAM we have, so texture resolution is cool for this card. And maybe in movement and loading up new ones, it makes it a bit laggy, but still, these are good textures. Normal resolution, it's fine. Yeah, no lags. Yeah, it's cool. So just one quick try here and see what changed. If I go to the Place Classic, you can actually play the demo online for free. Of course, I have a full game as well on the DVD, but it has a 6 CD version as well. And actually, if you buy a copy and you install it in local LAN, you can use the same CD key for all the games, and you can create your own profile and stuff. So that's a cool thing. And for online playing, you just need your own key. But this game is pretty cheap everywhere. But if you don't want to pay at all, just play the demo, a few levels. But many people are online, so
Blue flag taken.
it's a cool thing. It's an old game, and they're still playing the demo since how many years? Like more than 10 years, 14 years. So, well, it looks much better. Well, I don't want to say stupid things, but this Earth actually looks like a flat circle. Yeah, but the shading makes it looks like a globe. Again, never mind. But these galaxies are definitely just a flat shape. Yeah, it's pretty sharp. Yeah, no balls, and I wanted to camp. Okay. Can I still ride this? Oh, more flickering. But as you can see, there is no great performance drop. Goes by the texture resolution, so it's a really good thing. No real blaming here, I'm not sure it should look like that. I think it's the static message resolution, so if you increase it, a little better. But yeah, there is definitely some compression on it. Well, that's great. So that was UT 2004, and one more game I wish to try, and this will be Drakan, the Order of the Flame. Actually, I have this CD for my GeForce 256 card, or I don't have the card anymore, unfortunately, but I still have the CD-ROM, and Drakan was a game coming with it, so good. At least I still have this memory. And I also ordered a new GeForce 256 card from eBay, and I really hope I will have it because it's in a bit or whatever. So yeah, I hope the best, and we will test the card too as well. So I definitely made a video about the TNT2 GeForce 256 and Voodoo 3 2000, because I don't have the 3000 yet. So, but we will do a video about that too. So I will install Drakan and hope it will work, and we'll do the test with that game as well. Okay, let's just do a quick look on the system requirements regarding the Core FX chips. So actually it supports pretty new cards. I thought Drakan was an older game, but there is the Voodoo Banshee, Voodoo 2 and Voodoo 3, which is great, and Rewa 128, TNT and TNT2, that's also good. We are not doing anything with AMD cards right now. And we have the S3 Verge here. Wow, that's cool. I should have tried the Verge with this game, so maybe one day I will go back to it. But we have the Savage 4 here, and they're calling it Savage 3. It was the Savage 3D, I guess, but well, it's a good thing. And I didn't see any CPU stuff about, so we have DirectX and other stuff, so yeah, nothing about CPU as far as I can see. So let me just take a quick look at the CPU requirements increase, but where are the CPU resources? Dedicated server. I mean, nothing about CPU here. So processor. Nothing. But yeah, so let's see if we can run a game. I think yeah, we can set a few stuff here. Well, let's do this on camera. Or why wouldn't we? Because it took a lot of time to think about it. But yeah, 640 by 480 16-bit, no video mode, dithering. I don't know what it was actually. Enable shadows. So let's just start without anything. We need the billionaire because yeah, texture quality. So yeah, let's just enable stuff. We don't have the anti-aliasing and bump mapping here, so of course it's not supported. Primary graphics, let's just use the Sunblaster line, maybe 3D sound effects, AX, that's fine. 3D area, it shows I need the AX, but okay, so linear, everything highest, and 640 by 480, so let's see if it goes. Okay, I forgot to start frames. Wanted to see this dragon fly 2D. There was a dragon, I guess. Oh, that is it. Well, it looks pretty cool. We have the fog, we have water, and here's Rin with Turok, and also this Owl's shadow looks cool. So pretty much I will run fraps and we will jump to the intro of Drakan. Okay, so all the in-game settings are set to the highest. Particles and all the stuff are insane, all the shadows enabled and everything, so 640 by 480 16-bit colors. We've maxed out this game, and I think it's pretty nice. It's not a stable 30, but it's not bad. Oh, it's so nostalgic. One of my favorite games. I played through all the difficulties one by one, finished with it too hard, and I was able to play it with almost no hit, and I also wasn't hurt ever. I had a lot of potions, and I have all the best weapons stored away for nothing at the first time, because I always waited to someone to use those weapons, but I always used just the first invincible weapon you have, because in Drakan you can break your weapons, so it's the thing. Model is great, actually. Look at it. Well, nice dynamic shadows, and drops to 19. Many characters here. Nice textures. I think the model details are not that high because we have all those low poly characters. But still nice. 38 frames. It's cool. I remember when they finished this discussion, it will lag a little bit, then it will be great. Yeah, they will show some nice scene here, so let's just wait for it. That face, man, it's horrid. I like the lip sync, it's really great. I will use this kind of lip sync in my game as well. Nice hands. You can cut bread with those hands, man.
In my house, across the river, an orc stole the key. I last saw him entering the tavern. Find the key, get the book, enter the temple, get the soul.
Start saying Arok, Arok. Okay, so there should be someone attacking me already. So just pick up the sword and die instantly. Okay, here we are. I will call you a croc because it's like, oh, okay, I'm already dead. Vertical aiming is an issue for me. Let me see. Move up and down. No. Where is the ember to reverse mouse? Why? It's good. So the graphics, all lines, all characters, excessive enabled in scene and star, and the textures adjustment, it just flips all the UI stuff a bit. For some cards it's useful, I guess. So, yep. Don't hurt me. I told everyone you can't even hurt me until I'm already dead. Where's my potion? The answer is great. I wouldn't set any higher resolution because, well, look at this game. It was 1999 and we have this physics here. I can just chop off parts of the enemies and just kick on to those parts of those barrels and everything's just great. There's a hidden cave down there with spiders and stuff. Well, let's just move away and I'll stop the video because, yeah, with the next card we will continue our game and, yeah, maybe this kind of things. I'm not sure. I always wanted to set this guy, but anyway, once he does just runs there and so here's the potion. Well, this bubble looks really big. I think there is the key. That looks great. And runs great, actually. Really, really good. I remember I had a first experience with the TNT2. Oh, sorry. So this is your house, and your key is in the tavern. I should have gone. Oh, I really hated those. And they can hit you. That's really bad. Generally, just cut down their hands and stuff. They'll bleed out. It's a good thing. You just need some rhythm to the fights and then you're good. And you can... Oh! Grimstone! I mean, there should be blood in here. You have this green stuff, which is, I think, Grimstone. Definitely. Strange that the creature's blood is red and this menace. With green blood. Yeah, maybe Grimstone addiction. And you see these chunks are just... Wow, that's really advanced. What about the water? And you have these splash pots as well. That's pretty cool. I like this health bar. How do you call it? Oxygen bar? Or breath bar or whatever? And I'm stuck in the water. That's bad. I should look for a place where we can get out. So we should be somewhere near the bridge. Are you already? That's good. Nice fire. Everything's great. So yeah, that was great. That was really good. I will save this game. It's cool. So this was Drakan Order of the Flame, and this was the Savage4. And I really hope you like this video. I hope this camera holding method is better. I know it's kind of moving around when I move the mouse and stuff, and sorry about that. I hope for the Voodoo 3 2000 video I will have my camera stand and it will be great. But yeah, I hope it's better. So if you have other suggestions, yeah, please write it in the comment section. Other games you might recommend, I will try to look for. I know I still need to start a game. I remember that, I don't have it actually, and I don't know how I could buy it or anything. So, well, yeah, it's an issue. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this, please click on the like button, subscribe, and those kind of things. That would be a great motivation for me to make new videos. So yeah, it will be a really long video, I guess. So thanks once again, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.